the Nervana exit party, and we're here with Arjun Bansal and Amani from TriNet. And you're on Facebook Live. Say hi to everybody. So, Amani, TriNet startups, how'd that happen?
So we at TriNet are about startup. This is what we've been doing for years, partnering with startups to really help them grow.
So let me ask you, how did you get passionate about startups?
So I joined this amazing company about 3.5 years ago. I was working with professional service companies, happened to also start working with some tech companies, and I think there's so much opportunity here in San Diego. And from there, just really trying to cultivate a great tech ecosystem.
So, exit party, and why?
Why not? It's happening all over Silicon Valley. We should definitely be the next Silicon Valley. There's a lot of great opportunity here.
What does TriNet do?
So we bring together everything HR, and we streamline it all on a technology platform. So guys like this, like the founders of Nervana, can build their products and continue growing their company. They don't have to worry about the back end.
We're here again with Arjun Banal, and you were talking about why it's so exciting for AI.
AI has gotten to a point where the models are competing with humans for certain areas like image recognition, speech recognition. You can interact with your phone in a way that's similar to how you'd interact with another human being to some extent. And that's just opening up a lot of possibilities. And I think being able to power the next generation of that is what gets us really excited, and we get out of bed every morning really excited to work on that.
And you're working for Qualcomm, a big company with massive resources. What would it take to get you to leave?
So, I think from a personal standpoint, me and the other founders had always been very entrepreneurial, and Qualcomm was exploring some ideas which were also very interesting, but they were more on a researchy track, and we wanted to go more on a immediate kind of production track.
You were engaged or married, is that right?
Yeah, I'd been married, and we had a reception back in India. So I'd just come back from that and started chatting with Naveen and Amir about the possibility of doing Nervana. And yeah, you said it. Like the day I got back, it was kind of fortuitous because I just joined Qualcomm a few months ago. I actually didn't have enough vacation to take a longer break. So when I got back, it was a good time to meet up with them and see what they were planning.
How are you going to change the world, and why was Nervana going to be your path to change that?
Sure. So, very briefly, there's this field of AI called deep learning that was becoming very successful around the time that we started. And one of the drivers of its success was that people were using GPUs for doing the training of these deep learning models. And with Nervana, we had the vision, it was originally from Naveen, our CEO, that you could build a specialized chip that could be built for just this application. And we could get rid of some of the baggage that comes with building a chip for graphics and just really focus on deep learning. So GPU is a graphical processing unit, and it's basically used to play video games, to render scenes in movies. So if you dial back about 25 years, if you were trying to render a scene from the movie Terminator, you would have to run it for weeks or months to render single frames. But what GPUs allow you to do over time is that now on a mobile phone you can play video games that are almost photorealistic in real time.
If Nervana could do that, how would the world be different?
Yeah, so it's things like when you're interacting with your phone these days, you don't really see it improve. You don't see it adapt to your accent, or you don't see it sort of figure out that you're in this new space and these are the things you like. And what we really need is to get this personalized experience so that it's learning from you, it's sort of your personal assistant. So that's just one example of how if an AI was really personalized for your use case and not just trained for a general population, then yeah, I think you could really have a really big impact on the world.
So you mean if I have a Scottish accent, Nervana could make Siri work for me anyway?
That's right. That's exactly what we're trying to do.
Can you think of one story which really brings it all to focus?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's a story that Amir was alluding to earlier, where automotive has become really hot with all these autonomous driving cars that are being announced by all the big companies. And we started talking to one of them, and they wanted to work with us, and we were like, yeah, we can provide you like a Google Hangout or something where we can discuss our technology with you. And they were like, no, we really want to come meet you in person. And we said, yeah, we have an office close to where you're located. You could just come visit us there. And they're like, no, we really want to come to your San Diego office and meet your engineers here. And so that was kind of a moment where we were like, wow, that's quite a lot of dedication for them to fly all the way here and sort of want to meet the team and talk to us.
What would that conversation be like on how you change somebody's life the biggest?
Sure. I think in terms of the product, we were still pretty early. So in terms of impact, we work with companies that were like agricultural companies, and they're trying to figure out how to feed the next 3 billion people that are going to come on this planet in the next 20 to 30 years. So I think that's probably one of the areas where we've had the biggest impact is in improving crop yields for agriculture. In terms of just engineering, I think we've had a lot of AI engineers tell us that when they've used our platform, they've been able to work a lot faster, more efficiently. So I think that's been really rewarding because as engineers ourselves, we spend so much time fighting all the tools that are available to us. And if people come to us and tell us that your tools saved us a lot of time, I think that makes us really happy as well.
And so second to last question. This is an exit party, so what was your exit?
In terms of if you're asking about the dollar amounts, we're not allowed to say that. But it was very exciting in terms of just it happening, and we're still getting integrated into Intel. It's been a great sort of journey, and we're learning every day.
Looking into the future, if I interview you again a year from today, what are you going to say differently about Nervana than you're saying today?
Yeah, I think we'll have our chip product out. So that's what we set out to do from the very beginning. And building a chip takes a lot longer than building an app. And just having it be out and having it have a big impact in the world, I think that's going to be really rewarding.
So Arjun, last question and probably the most important question. If somebody wants to learn more about you or connect with you or Nervana, where do they go?
I think for me, I have a LinkedIn page and people can connect there. For Nervana, we have a website, and to learn more about our products, there's nervanasys.com/learn, LEARN, and that's the way to get started.
Arjun, thank you for being here. Thank you, Armani, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.